Now, you have all seen the image 100 times, now 101, of what happened in Canberra today. And this is frankly a Rorschach test. How you interpret this image, well, to me is a direct line, but just how sensible you actually are. Now, make no mistake, it was of course deliberate. It got the endorphins flowing that seemed to fuel many on social media. It, of course, got the media to be able to play the narrative games about, bad guy Scott Morrison and good person everyone else. Why? Not entirely sure. Of course, the media, as I say, this was the way that they took it. This was the version that they ran in the Channel 9 papers. This is the version they ran in The Guardian. According to the Union Superannuation newsletter website, it was the Prime Minister's fault that all of this apparently took place. And again, it's a basic Rorschach test, right? If you hate someone that much, you probably don't want to go near them, let alone show off that you don't like them. It's generally how people work. However, when that point was made by Peter Van Onselen in the Australian newspaper today, something that I shared on our Facebook page, it all seemed fairly obvious. He understood the Rorschach test. He passed it. Yet he got an absolute bollocking tonight on Channel 10 because we cannot dare criticise Grace.
Your remarks during this whole period is one of the reasons why I wrote the book, because your response absolutely helped fuel my anger and the anger of so many people around it. Because not only do people need to...
What was my response?
Your response when you were talking about the micro and the macro of the situation, and you hold such an important part in that conversation, and for you to take that line was devastating.
In the whole conversation, how we talk about this, things like that, I'm unsure how that helps, how that article today helps, when I'm assuming, like the entire nation, you want violence against women and children to end.
What? So if your interpretation of the image is that one person is being rude and the other person is just doing what they always do when they meet people, which is to try to put a smile on things, then somehow it's denying the overall issues that are... Come on. I repeat, it's a Rorschach test. You see it, you react to it. But all of this, of course, is intentional. It is intended that the whole conversation becomes about Grace Tame, and that people like myself end up blowing up about Grace Tame, which of course feeds the whole next cycle of it and cycle of it and cycle of it and cycle of it. So I'm not going to do it. Sure, I'll talk about it a little bit later with two ladies who I respect very much, but it is what it is. Story over, right? As for the Daily Mail, I liked their headline today, who at least decided to, pass the Rorschach test. And I don't know if we've got it, but she did have another photo with a political leader today, and the attitude was also slightly different. Surprise, surprise. She does know about the 44 Labor staffers that came forward with complaints about... Anyway, no doubt that will be enough, what you've just seen in the past 2 minutes, for me to be cancelled.